My name is Tamryn, I'm a psychologist and I'm based in Cape Town, South Africa. So psychology is the study of the human condition. The more I worked with patients, the more I realized how helpful it is in one-on-one psychotherapy. But then I started to work in corporate spaces as well. And when I was working with leaders, I realized more and more that the research is correct, that leadership is 1/3 technical skill and 2/3 emotional regulation and emotional intelligence. And so often I'd be working with leaders who have gotten to the position of leadership because they've been excellent at what they do from a technical perspective, but really struggled to make sense of the relationship components, dealing with other people's emotions, dealing with conflict, dealing with what perceived to be the more HR aspects of leadership. And so the more I started to engage in corporate consultancy work, the more I realized that actually there's a huge need to build leadership skills from an emotional intelligence perspective, to help others to recognize that the world is not as it is, but the world is as they see it, through their perspective and through their lenses. And when you're working with other people bring their own perspectives to it. And that's really the core of emotional intelligence work. How do I recognize what my lenses are? How do I recognize what yours might be? And then as the leader, how do I communicate or help you to bring out the best in yourself, even if that's not as comfortable as it is for me? It's a key attribute of empathy and social skills, and that is an important ingredient in leadership going forward. I found the scholars to be kind of shy at first, especially in large groups, but then when we're sitting with them in smaller groups and one-on-ones, they've been incredibly engaging. I've been pleasantly surprised and very appreciative of how open and vulnerable the scholars have been. They've brought issues that have been both personal and kind of more relational or academic, and the level of raw emotion that they've brought to the sessions and how they've really grappled with the material and used the opportunity that's been presented to them has been really, really encouraging, actually. It gives me a lot of hope for a generation that's willing to think about who they are, to start to really grapple with the journey of emotional intelligence.